Good morning, students. Today in SST, we will go through chapter 4, that is studying the earth, and I'll explain you about the 5 D's of the uses of map, that is description, detail, designation, direction, and other things. Five things are there. So I'll explain you one by one what it is. Okay? And we have the symbol of the map also, language of the map also, and in which direction we want to move from here and there. For all the purpose, we use maps. So we will go through it one by one, the 5 D's of the maps. Okay? And I hope you have completed your summer vacation holiday homework and the diagram. And then whatever work I will give you, you will, the exercises, you will do it in your SST book. And the question answers, that you will do it in your SST copy. So let's get started with the 5 D's of the maps. So students, how to read a map? Yesterday we had gone through all the different types of maps, that is physical, political, resource, climate, topographical, transportation and special maps. Now how to read a map? There is one language for the map. Everybody can't read the map. So there are 5 D's. Description. Now in the description what happens? Every map has a name, number, scale, measurement, legends and symbols. Legends means what type of map it is. It is of vegetation, or it is of railway line, or it is of drainage system. So that things. And symbols. Then detail. Detail means the symbols are the language of the map. The symbols means nishan kuch bhi. So it's small thing. The symbol are the language of the map. They explain the layout of the land. Means what type of land it is. Okay. So all its specific features are represented by various symbols. So it is represented by various symbols. Suppose there is a big temple, so we will not make that much big temple. We will just show it with this, with a triangle, or a church. We will show it with cross, like that symbols. Then we come to the direction. Now what is directions? All map shows relative direction from one point to another. Maps are always drawn with north at the top and south at the bottom. This helps to identify the other direction. See, when we know that this is the north direction, we will know that the bottom one is south and this one is east, right one, and the left one is west. So if north is at the top, then south is at the bottom, the west is to the left and the east is to the right. So if you know the 4 directions, you would be able to find out the intermediate directions also. Now what are intermediate directions? The main directions are north, south, east and west. Now the between directions, that is half of north and half of east, so that is northeast. Half of south and half of east, that is southeast. Then half of south and half of west, that is southwest, and half of north and half of west is northwest, means the middle one. So these are the intermediate directions. So if you know the 4 directions, you would be able to find out the intermediate direction. This is the middle one, these directions. Okay. So what are these? Northeast lies between north and east, this is northeast. Northwest lies between north and west, that is northwest. Southwest lies between south and west, that is southwest. And southeast lies between south and east, that is southeast. So direction, without direction we cannot move anywhere. Okay. So distance. Now the distance. Now maps are always drawn to scale. What does this mean? That it is always drawn to some measurement. The scale of a map is the ratio between the distance shown on a map and the actual ground distance. Suppose the ground distance is A and B. It is this much. So on the map we can't show all the long distance. So we just make it short. Okay. So this is done because this enables to fit the area being mapped on a sheet of paper. Because a map is what is generally a map? It is a sheet of paper only. So in that we can't show big spaces, areas. So we have to make it short. So these are the scale of the map. So on the basis of this scale, maps are divided into two categories: large scale map and small scale maps. Now what are large scale maps, students? When map represent a very large fraction of the Earth's surface. When we cover a very large portion of the Earth's surface, they are large scale map. And in such maps, a distance of 1000 centimeter on the Earth's surface is represented by 1 centimeter. Suppose this is 1000 centimeter. Okay. So 1000 centimeter, what we will represent is, here we can't show 1000 centimeter, so we will represent it as 1 centimeter. Okay. Means if it is very big, long distance, we will make it short. And 1 centimeter, maps of, for example, maps of buildings, streets, etc. represented on large scale map. Now what are small scale maps? When maps represent a very small fraction of the Earth's surface. This is the big fraction, and when small fractions we face it to show a specific feature, they are called small scale map. In this map, 5000 centimeters. So in these maps, centimeters are represented by 1 centimeter. Means small area is represented by 1 centimeter. Like countries and their borders, national highways, etc. are represented on a small scale map. Okay. So large scale maps, though it is large scale map, so it is in detail. So that is why it is shown for buildings and streets and all. But small scale map, it is not shown in detail. They are just shown the boundaries and all. So it is shown for the countries and their borders and national highways, etc. Now we come to the designation. What is designation? Now, for the ease of understanding, for the easiness of understanding, we can understand easily. Various features on maps are written in different styles for proper representation and saving space. For example, if we want to show the water bodies, which color we will use? We will use blue color. Plains are represented by green color, and highlands are marked in brown color. So whatever color scheme is there, that is the designation of the map. So students, today we have gone through the 5 Ds, that is description, detail, direction, distance, designation. Okay. So afterwards we will go through advantages of maps, disadvantages of maps. Thank you.